adapt to and mitigate against the impacts of climate change. The Department of Environmental Management, in their own advisory opinion to the EFSB about the Invenergy plant, said that Rhode Island has prioritized and invested in this area for wildlife conservation for decades. The location of a facility of this size and scope immediately adjacent to substantial acreage of state holdings of conservation land is not consistent with the conservation priorities that inform these state conservation plans. I would argue they agree with our opposition based on that point. Our second reason for opposing the plant is that it undermines Rhode Island's ability to achieve the greenhouse gas reduction goals set in the 2014 Resilient Rhode Island Act. The Act calls for the state to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions by 10% below 1990 levels by 2020, 45% below 1990 levels by 2035, and 80% below 1990 levels by 2050. The bill also creates an Executive Climate Change Coordinating Council, we call it the EC4, which is charged with developing a plan for achieving these goals. And that plan was issued in December of 2016, just a few months ago, and that plan states, and I quote, an 80% greenhouse gas reduction by 2050 would likely require a near zero carbon grid coupled with significant electrification of residential, commercial space heating, and on-road vehicles, end quote. The Invenergy facility is not the right decision for the state or the region if we are urgently need to move to a near zero energy grid. Thank you very much.